Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 30th, October 1st, and October 2nd. This is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, when I am doing the weekend readings, I will use my Rodley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will pull one from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I am using now my, what is this, the Doreen and Grant Virtue, right? That's Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, the Angels of Abundance cards, and of course my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for the overview, and this is the overview. So if you've never watched before, if you're not familiar, I do an introduction that I tag on all of the readings. If you want to bypass, and I hope you'll watch it just once at least, then just go right down there to the description, and you can then bypass this introduction. For this introduction, I will use my Waite Rider tarot cards, and I will pull one from my Osha Zen tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and just let whatever it is that needs to come through. Now, I have also had to update my computer again, and you know that usually creates some problems with my sound. I tested it, I checked it out, it all sounds fine, but you'll let me know if it isn't, okay? Okay, so for the weekend, let's see what we have here. We are in Mercury retrograde, but Mercury will be going direct, and it will be in Virgo. It's still in Virgo, and it likes to be in Virgo, so it will go direct on the 2nd of October. Now, we still have a 2-week shadow, retrograde shadow, so it is kind of like an extension of retrograde as things are trying to, revisit where it has already been through, and it's trying to get to where it needs, where it can go forward again. So retrogrades do appear to go backwards for however long it had to be. That was September 9th, I think, or September 8th. So for the, for the 22, 23 days, it has been going backwards. So it's going to take about 2 weeks at least, if not more, to get where it was before it went retrograde. But it is going to go direct in Virgo. It likes to be in Virgo. Virgo is an earth energy. Mercury likes to have communication. It likes to, it's about your electronics, but it really does feel very at home in Virgo. So that's going to be October 2nd. However, on the 30th, and while it's getting ready to go direct, it does slow down. So we have some slower energies with that retro, a lot of going deep into that karmic energy. Remember, this is a time that I feel, Mercury goes retrograde I think this year it will start its 4th time. So it goes 3 to 4 times a year. Mostly it's 3 times, but I think this year we're going to start at the end of the year a 4th, retrograde. However, when it goes there, I feel like Mercury retrograde likes to dig things up from the past. It likes to bring the past into the present. It's also, a lot of it has to do with, karmic resolution. Now, so we still have, like I said, that 2-week thing. However, September 30th, Mercury retrograde, it's at 24 degrees in Virgo, will be opposing Neptune, which is also at 24 degrees Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, very much the deep understandings, the spiritual understandings. And we are transitioning from, you've all heard about the age of Aquarius. We are transitioning from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Pisces has a lot of religious connotation, and there's a lot of deep spiritual religious type of connotation with Neptune in Pisces, and something going on. So we could be hearing about something very interesting around the 30th of September in that, in that mysterious spiritual realm, hence my background. Anyway, the 1st of October, we have Venus, which likes to be in Libra. It is opposing Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aries. They're both at 3 degrees. So when I first saw that, when I was looking at that, the first thing I thought of was just like two dogs. Okay, and I know they're not two dogs, but this is how these things come to me. So I saw this little cute, adorable little yuppie dog, tiny little thing, and this really big, I don't know, floppy-eared, I don't even want to know, I don't know if you want to call it a Labrador or whatever, just kind of this big, tolerant dog. So the little puppy in itself would be more your Venus in Libra. The big tolerant dog was your Jupiter in Aries. Okay, and I heard this little yuppie dog kind of like saying, "Come on now, what are you doing? You got to get things moving. We've been waiting enough for you. Get things moving." And and the other dog kind of listening, and then like, "Okay, I will." Take that as it will. I do feel like Venus in Libra, like I said, it's in opposition, so it is trying to prod, push, yap at Jupiter in Aries and trying to get things moving. Jupiter is the planet of enlargement and planet of good fortune. Aries, again, is that, the fire energy. Venus is relationships, very close relationships. In some ways, Venus can be very much harmonious. Libra wants to create balance. So it's like I said, I felt like little Venus was up against big Jupiter and just kind of nagging it to pieces and saying, let's get moving, let's get things going. So that would have been October 1st. So let's see. And then again, October 2nd, Mercury will be going direct. Okay, let's see what we have here, though, as the overview. And again, if you want to bypass this, go to that, the timestamp. Let's see what we have for the overview for what's going on in the world. Always remember, whatever's going on in the world, you still have to live your life. You still have to stay positive. You still have to, work and keep your vibrations on the higher side. The higher you keep your vibrations, the more you are like Teflon, and things just fall right off of you. When you want, if you're keeping, if you're miserable and if you're sad and if you're just kind of in a hard or tired mode, then that's what you really will be attracting. So let's see. Our first card we have is Judgment. That is a major arcana. Judgment can be on the harsh side sometimes, but after we face it, after we face the things that we have to face with Judgment, it actually clears things out. And again, I talked about Mercury in retrograde, and then even in the shadow of Mercury. So it's kind of like things have to be cleared out. Things have to be seen. Things have to be acknowledged. Things have to be, really weighed and measured. But once it's done, it's done. Okay? And, and then you can then move on with that. So we have it reversed. Reversed has a lot of energy to me. So this is a card to really pay attention to. Major arcana. So we have the 20. Numbers are very, very important too. Numbers can be used for dark energy or light. We use them for the light. So this is a 2-0. 2 has a crossroads. It has choices, also decisions. It could also be, coming together with a partner. 0 is God's source energy. Now, the interesting thing, these are Roman numerals, and it's a 10-10, transition, and that is something that Judgment does do. Now, we can look that the people, they're very vulnerable. They're naked. They're naked as a jaybird. But they're very vulnerable. Nobody wants to be naked. I don't want to be naked. But it's just basically bearing it all to higher power. And, a gray energies here. However, her hair, some of the hair does have this color to it. We do have this angel that's very, divine, heavenly angel. And, trumpeting in something that is, to move them. Now, part of them, I don't see any of them hiding. I see them really embracing the changes that come with Judgment. However, with Judgment, you do have to bear it all, okay? So let's see what we've got next. We have our Page of Wands. Now, court cards. This is where I go into all the cards, more or less, the energies. Court cards do have dual energies. Pages, underlying energy is Earth. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Money, job, career. Okay? Tangible energy. Now, this is also Wands energy. Wands or rods is our fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, very determined. Now, you can also see that there's a little bit of arrogance in this person. Now, pages are very enthusiastic. Pages love to get into the mix of things. Pages are also bringing the herald's messages also. So this could be a new message. This could be something coming about with that work energy, that earth energy, plus that fire energy. I'm looking at him though, and I guess pages can be, feminine or masculine, but this is a masculine energy here. And, he stands very upright. He stands very proud in his finery type of thing. He has his rod. He has his head up. Now, whenever you see the Page of Wands in general, it does mean pages, like I said, means a new opportunity, something new to do with your work, job, career. But then however the wand or whatever comes on top of it is how you approach it. So this is just kind of like grabbing it. This is grabbing the attention. This is going for whatever it is you want to go for. And, again, there is this looking up. There is, it's kind of like I'm looking up. I'm not faltering. I'm moving forward. Okay. So this could be an opportunity for the world to really embrace and be very enthusiastic. But it's kind of like, again, too, once you've committed, the world, whatever the world is doing, whatever the universe is, it's like this is a commitment. This is a commitment, and it's like I'm going for it. Okay. Oh, so like I said, pages does have the underlying energy of earth. Knight's energy is fire, so that is the Wands energy. Like I said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Queen's energy is water. That is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and very emotional, very caring energy too. And then we have the King's underlying energy, which is air, swords energy, and that is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Thinking things through, very strategic, a little bit linear, doesn't necessarily see, doesn't want to really look at the other options, just really going for what he wants to go for. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Well, now we have the Page of Cups. So again, underlying energy, Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, money, job, career. So whatever this is, this has to do with, like I said, our earthbound energies. But now we have Cups, which is again water, which is again Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there is a quizzicalness to this. There is a not quite sure what I'm supposed to do, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. So while while the Page of Wands is very assured, the Page of Cups is kind of like, really? What am I supposed to do again? Well, okay, and also is feeling things very deeply. Now, I do not feel any insecurity here, but there is something new on the horizon. There is a new turning in the world energy, in the earth energy per se. It's going to affect us kind of differently at the same time. One of it's going to be like, okay, let's go do this. This is great. We want this. We have the ability. We have the, we are it. And then the Page of Cups is like, really? Really? What is this fish doing in here? And are you talking to me? So the Page of Cups, does have again the pages, like I said, will go after whatever this is. The Page of Cups is just going to kind of look at things a little differently. And again, it's going to be kind of like, really? Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do, but okay, we're in for this. We're in on this. Okay, let's go on and see, but I do think there's a lot of vulnerability with that Judgment. There is the Judgment does bring a new chapter, a new, section of the book, maybe even a new book in the series. And the Page of Wands and the Page of Cup, they're like, okay, we're committed. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. May not necessarily understand everything, but the Page of Wands is very much though, hey, I don't have to understand it. I just know. So let's see what we've got with Osha Zen Tarot, what we have going on with the Osha Zen Tarot cards. What do we have for the world? What do we, oh, okay, and that's another one. Now this card that has fallen on the ground is pretty unique. It's unique to Osha Zen Tarot, and it brings the Master. It brings the Master. So we have the moon energy where we know that we don't always know what we're supposed to know. So there is some faith energy here. This Master energy, you know, what is a master? A master is someone that has experienced many things. A master is somebody that knows many things. The master could be, you know, is very connected with higher power, spirit guides. So whatever this is going on, there is a stronger energy that is guiding this. There is a stronger energy that is leading whatever it is that is going on the weekend. There is a stronger energy, a higher energy, higher power energy. And, you know, we have to look at him, you know, and we have to hope, we have to trust, we have to have faith. There is wisdom in his years also. So whatever this is going on, there's more going on than what we're going to see. Okay? Does that make sense? Anyway, interesting weekend as always. Interesting energies as always. The Schumann resonance has been back online. It hasn't really shown a lot of big white. It has been, you know, kind of the greens and the blues with a little bit of the streaking. So if something changes with that, and, you know, and even that in itself is kind of that, you know, we're all feeling like we're in this, you know, like time is ticking, and we're waiting. Anyway, take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. I really appreciate your comments. You know, I always do. And, you know, this helps keep me encouraged by you liking and sharing. Okay? Okay. So why don't we go ahead and start our readings now? Hello, my Sagittariuses. How are my Sagittarius doing? Are you wild? Are you being wild and woolly? Are you getting things cleaned up? What's going on with you? I do feel some energy, even though you don't have a lot of anything going on right now in the skies. I feel like you are your own spark. I feel like you have so much possibilities. Again, yes, my Sagittarius, you are my adventurers. You are my ones that try. And you're also my cleanup crew, too. I don't know where that's coming from, but you're the cleanup crew. So, and that sometimes, yeah, so it's kind of hard to have to deal with responsibilities when you want to just get out there and just have fun. Just have fun and just try and do and just be large. But I also feel you're kind of a cleanup crew this week, too. So, what does that mean? Kind of giving an example, it could be that maybe you're invited to a party, you know, everything's really fun, but then, you know, you're about ready to leave and they ask, can you help clean up? And, you know, just as you're about ready to, you know, kind of do your own thing, you need to take care of their business. But it'd be because you were invited to, even whether they acknowledge that or not. All right, so anyway, here we go. This one's reversed. My Sagittarius's higher power, what do you have for my Sagittarius? Well, there's the Queen of Fire. You know, Queens, underlying energy is that water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, very caring energy. But the fire energy is all you, my Sagittarius. Yes, it's Aries. It's also Leo, but it's all you. This is, you know, passionate, burning, determined. This is, like I said, living large. This is, well, kind of the king of fire does the same thing, but this is you going all out. Except that good old water energy, you know, it's like you want to do all the things you're supposed to be. You want to be very adventurous, but then that water energy of that queen, yeah, that makes you that cleanup. You know, okay, fine. You know, you didn't, you know, so don't. The thing about it is if you're called to help and you know, even if you don't want to and you say, oh, yes, I will, don't be resentful. Don't be resentful. You made the choice to do it. And part of it is, my Sagittarius, it's kind of your own fault for being so good at what you do. Okay? But again, they don't always give you the thanks that really you should be getting or the acknowledgement that you should be getting too. So that, it's kind of that double-edged sword with this. But the Queen of Fire is big, passionate, she spreads her wings, she goes for the glory, she is really, she does what she really wants to do. And then that darn old water energy makes her a little bit more responsible. And so it's kind of like, instead of saying, hey, see ya, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, it's kind of like, fine, I'll help. So this is kind of it's a different thing for you. It's like, you want to be large, but there's this responsible energy around you for this weekend too. Anyway, confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Now, the thing about again, if this is something that's not in a party atmosphere, if this is something, well, it's kind of like with this. Okay, let me see if I can, I see it. But if this is at a party, or if this is at a work event, or if this is at work and you're called to stay a little bit later, or you're called to, you're like, could you, you're going to be given the choice. Actually, it looks like things actually work out better because you do it. So it could be that, while you're doing whatever the cleanup job is, like I said, you're the cleanup crew, and it's not that you're the crew, but you're the cleanup person. You're the one that comes up in and makes sure that everything's done right. You're going to be noticed. Now, if this is at a party, there might be somebody that is working with you that you might strike up a conversation with. If this is at a work thing, there might be, you might be somebody with a supervisor or a boss that you strike up a conversation with. So the thing is, again, I'm going to tell you, don't be resentful. Even if you're like, yeah, you always have me clean your messes up, do it with a happy heart. Okay? Remember, keeping your vibrations elevated is going to bring in other people's vibrations. I'm not telling you to be a doormat. Sagittarius, don't be a doormat. But I am telling you that if you choose to say yes, keep your vibrations up and do it with a glad heart. Okay? Because I feel like there's something that it's like a positive, what goes around comes around, comes around. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The 2 of fire. So you're riding on the fire right now. It's pushing you. So 2s are choices, decisions, pathways. Which way am I going to go? 2s are also coming together, partnerships. This is really coming into your own. This is really, being seen for who you are. This has really very powerful energy. I know it's a 2 of fire. You're like, it's not that big. No, it's bigger than you even think. Okay? So whatever this is, whatever you do with this, again, it's that, again, the cards are just confirming what I just said about it. Whatever you do, when you have to do that next step, it's because, it really is going to have, you're going to be seen, you're going to be, maybe not acknowledged by the person or people that you're working this with, but it's like, maybe you're going to learn something that you didn't learn. Maybe you're going to hear that piece of information that you needed to hear. Something good is going to come out of this. I hope my explanation's kind of making sense to somebody. But the thing is, this is the 2 of fire is like a beginning type of energy. It's like a start of a new direction too. Okay? So the 2 of fire, you've come into your own, new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Here we go. Last card here. Ego. So we have a 2, 1, 5. 15 is change. 1, new beginnings. 10, transition. 5 is change. Positive, negative. 1 plus 5 is 6. Number of energies you put into something. So this is Archangel Jophiel. The thing about Jophiel, though, Jophiel actually has a lot of creativity. And Jophiel's kind of that energy that can make good out of not good, okay? Good out of evil. The ego is a major arcana. It is the devil card. So we've got 2 things going on with this. All of this good energy, it could inflate your ego, and that's never really that flattering. But it could also help to pull you up so that you are more confident in yourself, which can be very flattering. Now, ego, like I said, with the devil energy, the devil is about fear, is about fear. A tool of the devil is fear. Fear, the devil uses that to control. The devil uses that to keep you in your place. The devil uses that so that you don't try to escape. Okay? So that's another part of the ego. That's the other part of the devil. The thing about it is these are choices that you have. You can make the choices. So we've got two things. One is our ego on what, do we have an inflated ego? And are we going to be lording it over everybody else? No, you're not going to do that. But could you be afraid to try something a little different? Try something a little new? Yes, you can. So just be aware. Be aware. It's a strong energy, but you've got all this fire energy, which is so strong that it just kind of, it's one of those times, my Sages, that you're just like, oh, heck with it. I know I'm scared stiff, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm just going to do it anyway. So a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So keep your vibrations elevated and have some fun with this and do it with a happy heart, okay? A happy heart. And, part of it is not expecting anything in return. But, by not expecting anything in return, I feel like you get something in return. And here we go. Again, we have that 6, number of man, energies you put into it. All about material and spiritual prosperity. Now, I do think, I'm never really sure which energies this is, but I do think this does have some more fire energy. This person, he's looking out at possibly at what he has accomplished. And again, material and spiritual prosperity. Things are getting better for you, my Sages. I've been talking with many of the signs, attitude of gratitude. But again, this is one of those times that, and not letting fear rule you. Okay? Work with this. Acknowledge this. And then say, no, not today. Not today. Anyway, it looks like it's an awesome weekend for you. So let's see what we have here. What angels of abundance have for my Sagittariuses. What do we have for our Sages here? Here we go. This is reversed. Moonlighting. Okay, this is about a second job. Is this a second job? Is this a second career? Is this going to school? Is this getting training? Is this starting your own business? That could be. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Did that come up for you before? Moonlighting. So believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. Believe in who you are. Let the fear go. Okay? Let's see. Crystal or energy for my Sagittariuses. Let's see what we've got here. Jet. Absorbs negativity, grounding, financial balance, healing, grief. Put that over there. Let him look at his stuff. So, again, believe in your dreams, my Sages. Believe in you. Anyway, take a moment. Let the fear go. Go. Be gone. Take a moment, my Sages, to like, share, subscribe. Click on that old bell for notifications. Also, comment. Let me know who this belongs to. As always, my Sagittariuses, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.